Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to FPL Don't Panic. God, this game week seems to be going on for feckin' ever, doesn't it? I wish it could just end now. Just take me little 100k green arrow. Don't know what's going to happen this evening. Couple of players to go. You never know. You just never know. That was an absolutely brilliant game between Arsenal and Newcastle last night, wasn't it? But as predicted in my last video, it brought me pain in the end. I said someone in that Arsenal defence was going to hurt me. And of course it was Gabriel. And a video or two back, I said, oh, I've got trust in my own little DEFCON defence. And I do, and I'm going to talk about that. That's actually kind of what this video is about, or where I see the next template. So we've just had a template that's developed. I haven't gone there, and I don't intend to go there, because I'm not sure it's the right template, the right way to go. You know, where everyone's going with Gabriel, Tarkowski, Sinisi, Ray in goal, Bruno, Reindeers. You know the one I'm talking about, and with Haaland, Gyökeres, and João Pedro up front. I'm going to be really going against the grain on that. I'll get to that in a second. It's actually the main point of the video. And it's just a quick one as my thoughts develop. But just on the game week so far, yeah. You know, it's 123,000 rank rise, given the way that game week was going. At about 4:45 on Saturday. Yeah, happy. And obviously the Haaland captaincy is the main driver on that. And by the way, in the FPL Don't Panic Challenge League, we're going well, guys. Some good scores in there this week. Some good scores in there. By my estimation, by the end of the game week, we should have about 25 people, which is almost half the league, in the top 1 million. And the ones at the very, very top of our league, really flying high, you know, in the sort of top 10, 20,000. Really good stuff. So I'm really looking forward to doing the Bishop Brennan Cup in the week. I might need to get a degree in quantum mathematics to work out the winner, though, because as you know, chips are taken off. So you still get your captaincy points, but we'll take off the buy 3 bit to calculate the winner. So it's going to take a bit of working out, because there are some non-Haaland captainers in there that have done very well as well. Anyway, I digress. Main point of the video. Here's where I'm at. Great. And yeah, still got Dewsbury Hall to come, and Tarkowski. Hopefully we can maintain the 123k green now, or maybe higher, but there are a couple of players in there that could still hurt me. Not too highly owned, but Grealish, for instance, one or two other Everton players, I think Ndoye, could possibly hurt me. So hopefully we can hang on to a reasonably decent green. You know, the last 3 weeks have gone very well for me. Since I did since I played my wild card in 4, played it early, was already moving towards the DEFCON boys in the defence, and that has been the main driver of that rank rise. But as I look at this now I know we've got this template. All the other content creators have moved towards it. I'm steering clear of it to a degree. We have to obviously play a little bit safe. But I think I can see where this is going, and it ain't pretty, folks. It ain't pretty. The big question for me. So I'm going to show you currently how I'm got my team set out for the coming game week. But this is where I think the next template is going to be, and I think it's going to take over from the current template, the one that's just been everyone's just wildcarded into. I think it's going to take over from it pretty quickly. I haven't pumped the numbers into the spreadsheet, but you don't have to do the spreadsheet to work this out. I mean, you've seen yourselves in the last few game weeks that the one that's driven my rank, where I was down about 4 million, and I'm now you know, sitting around 300,000, whatever it is there. Hopefully be about 300,000 by the end of this game week. Has largely been driven by my DEFCON defence and going and playing a back 4. I think it's going to become a back 5 and a back 4, sort of alternating between the two, with a 5-man midfield and one person up front. So that's kind of how I've just set out at the moment. Obviously, I've got Rodri, but don't know what the situation is with him at the moment. I've got some thoughts about who I might transfer in this week, or I might just go with the 5-4-1 this week. I might just go with the 5-4-1 and roll the transfer so I can actually do a few definitive things around this in the coming game weeks after the international break, because obviously we've got European football. Don't want to do any transfers just yet. Wait for those games, and then maybe even wait if this goes all right. Maybe wait until after the international break before I do anything else in case there's any more injuries, because I don't want to end up doing a transfer or two. And yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. So trying to be patient. Des, not be Des. But listen, we'll talk more about this when the game week's washed up, when I set out my final team for game week 7. But this, I think, is fundamentally where I'm going to start to head towards, and I will actually put the numbers in the spreadsheet and the predictions, and etc. By the way, my prediction once again seems to be, I said I was going to end up around 63 points excluding captaincy. If I had a clean game week, I have not had a clean game week. I have had a very not clean game week, as you all know. It's going to end up in that region again. So the spreadsheet, once again, is proving sort of accurate-ish, I think. We'll see how Tarkowski and Dewsbury Hall do tonight. Hopefully they can come in large for me. Little clean sheet. As long as I'm hitting my 70s, getting that 70-point average, that's going to get you a top 10k finish. Simple as that. Simple as that. Even with the way that the points have been spread differently, the scores are remaining the same. The averages are staying the same. It's just different players achieving them. And it's getting on those players and getting the right players into your team. So, talk more. I'm just going to shrink this one up and get that out of the way. I'm just going to just kind of show you where I'm going with this, just to justify this. And it's just starting to get too consistent. Now, I spoke about it a few weeks ago. I moved into the DEFCON sort of back 4, back 5. So at any given time, I've got 3, 4, 5 defenders that I can put out that I'm pretty confident are going to get me an average of 5 or 6. And they've been achieving it week on week, you know. My 5-man defence has shown a floor of 25. That's never gone below that. And a ceiling of 40. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. But it's starting to head that way with the midfielders as well. The only, as I say, you don't have to be a quantum mathematician. I'm going to make this large so you can actually see it there. So first of all, there's no Raya in that top 3 goalkeepers, is there? And a lot of people are pumping their money into him. I still think the money is better spent elsewhere, and I'm quite happy with my Petrovic at the moment. He's got an average of just over 4 grand. Love it, fine. If it starts to tank, I'll change it. But Raya's only going to have a ceiling of about 6 anyways, because he is very rarely going to get save points or bonus points, especially in this upcoming run of fixtures for Arsenal. So I still think, personally, better off with a Vicario. Save the money, even if he doesn't quite hit that 6 average, as long as they hit that 4 or 5 average, absolutely fine. Get the money in elsewhere. You can see here from the defenders, you've got to go a long way down this list before you're getting below an average of 5. Long way down this list still. Maybe I might think about Gabriel, doing a sideways move from Van Dijk. Maybe not. I actually think it'd be more likely maybe to get the double Crystal Palace and just bring in Richards, free up some money. You've got to go a long way down this. You know, DEFCON has changed the game, whether we like it or not. Personally, I don't actually like it, but we have to play the game as it is in front of us, don't we? So I'm seriously 5-4-1, 4-5-1. I think that's where I'm going to be heading. We've head further down that list, and it's starting to create a picture for midfielders as well. You know, midfielders get more points. You know, getting the right 4 or 5 midfielders. You know, maybe I do look to bring Salah back in. You know, he's still there, floating down there at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place. But you've got to go. Oh, sorry. You know, a fair old way down this midfield list, and I haven't even got to some of my favourite. My favourite, I'm not sure he's actually in there. Is Sarr at the moment. That could be my transfer this week. I feel as though I should be bringing in an Arsenal asset given the fixtures. But Eze's a risk. Eze's a minutes risk. Saka's still, I think, a bit of a minutes risk. The only one maybe where I could go, Declan Rice. Declan Rice actually returns about 2 to 3 and 5. He has actually picked up DEFCON twice. Be a bit of a punt, but a reasonably calculated one, I think, given the fixtures, because he is a lad that will arrive late in the box. He'll take a ping from outside the box. He's on free kicks. He's on set pieces. If I was to bring in an Arsenal asset as I move towards this 4-5-1, 5-4-1, it probably would be to move out Rodri and just do a straight replacement for Declan Rice. No decisions whatsoever made there. I think my instinct is that I probably should roll, because it'd be a lot more power in having 2 transfers. And just seeing how this develops further. Enzo would be a good pick as well, I think. Enzo Fernandez, particularly while Palmer's out. But this is just to show you before you sort of get down to defenders falling outside the 6 average, you've got to go a fair way down. I mean, I haven't even gone all the way down, but it don't take long with the forwards before it's falling off a cliff. Who outside of Haaland would you buy out of that top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? João Pedro's form is falling away. Ekitike clearly can't trust his minutes. Richarlison, it's like he'll be back soon. His minutes will be under threat. The only one there that would be sorry, I'm going to just make that larger because my poor eyes are struggling to read that, but it is. It's yeah, the Brentford lad. Yeah, that's the only one there that would actually interest me. Just as I say, because then I can actually start to strip money out of Mateta and João Pedro and move it into that midfield. And you've got a pretty reasonable, cheap defender. That's right, striker. He will get you a few goals in the right fixtures. He's nailed on. He's got penalties. Sit him on your bench. Maybe bring him in occasionally for the right fixture. But generally speaking, you're playing a 4-5-1 or a 5-4-1 with Haaland as your front man, with the captain's armband on him, and then obviously pick up a couple of cheapy playing strikers who will pick up a goal or two in the right fixtures. If you need them, if you do have particularly rough fixtures in the 4-5-1 or the 5-4-1, and the defenders or midfielders, and you think, oh, that doesn't look too good, away to Arsenal or whatever the hell, yeah, we'll bring one of the cheapy forwards, and they might just nick you a goal and be a big differential as well. I'm putting a bit of thought into this. I will be pumping some numbers through the spreadsheet, and obviously the fixtures, the right players to bring in. As you know, when I do the spreadsheet, I'm sort of highlighting where the DEFCONs are coming from. They're coming from the easy fixtures, the difficult fixtures, averages, etc. So that's probably going to be the next thing that I do as we look to the next plan, because I do think this is going to be the next template. And I think what's stopping people going there is we're scared. Because it is different, and it took me, it just feels wrong, doesn't it? Back 5, back 4, 1 striker. The numbers don't lie, and I think we're seeing enough game weeks now to just have to accept it. This is the new reality, and those that get on it early, and I think I did get ahead of the template a little bit earlier than some, which is why I had the rank rise with actually really going heavy on the DEFCON almost from day one, but then particularly from when I wildcarded, and in just a couple of weeks I boom, flew up. And I think this is where it goes next. 5-4-1, 4-5-1. That's the video, folks. So I just wanted to get that out there. I will be back tomorrow. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for a good game week, good last game. And hopefully Dewsbury Hall and Tarkowski can do it for me, because it would be nice just to see my little arrow, sorry, my little upward curve. It's a little flat at the moment. There is actually a 100k rise there at the moment. So hopefully we just see that go up a little bit by the end of the game week this evening. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, everyone. That's where I think it's going. I really do. And the question for me will be, Do I start moving there now that I feel it and see it and actually believe it? Do I go there this week? Do I use up my other 2 hits? I'm only allowed 3 for the season. I've only allowed myself 3 for the season. It says, right, I've seen it now. I need to go there. The sooner I get there, the sooner I'm going to be ahead of the curve and go 4-5-1, 5-4-1 and strip some money out of my 2 strikers and put the right players into my midfield. I actually think I'm pretty much there with my defence. I don't think maybe apart from Van Dijk, but I could put up with him for a couple of more game weeks. But yeah, just take a couple of hits and get that money released and start adjusting that midfield to where I want it to be. And that would be likely, I think, with the likes of, I think the balance would be 3 haulers, 3 potential haulers, as in Bruno, Semenyo, another, maybe bring Salah back, maybe. And then like, a Sarr or an Enzo Fernandez. Not really a big DEFCON, but yeah, Sarr. And that the Everton lad, Enjoy, someone like that. Much to think about. Much to think about. Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care. Have fun. Play your own game. Don't panic. I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you soon. Bye bye.